This video will cover the functionality of the homepage for virtual users and how they will log into jobs, activities, and sub-activities, as well as clock in and out for the day. First thing they would do is enter the virtual user username and password. After the username and password are entered, simply click on Sign In. This screen appears, and here we can see that there is already an employee logged in for the day. As other employees begin their shift, they will click here to log in. This pop-up screen appears and allows the employee to log into the shift by entering the username and password assigned to the employee. Then all the employee needs to do is click on the Login button to log in for the shift. Our employee, Guy Wire, has just entered his user information and will now press on the Login button to log in for the shift. Back on the home screen, we see that Guy is now logged in for the shift and ready to begin working on various jobs, activities, and sub-activities. When the employee is ready to begin actual production, it's just a simple matter of clicking here to open the following screen. Here we see that Guy has logged on to job J12-1042 Part 2, is going to be doing printing, and the sub-activity is Make Ready. Once these are filled out and the username and password are entered, once again, it's just a matter of clicking on the Login button. Here we can see that Guy is logged into the job, activity, and sub-activity. There are 3 icons to the right of the activity. I'll explain each one in turn. The parallel green bars allow the employee to pause the activity if going to break or to take a meal. Clicking on the parallel green bars opens this pop-up. The username is auto-filled. It only remains for the employee to put in password and then to click on the suspend button. Once the suspend button is clicked, we revert to the home page. Now the double green bar is replaced by a green arrow. When the employee is ready to resume work, clicking on the arrow will start the clock once again. And here we can see that the parallel green bars have returned. Let's talk about the next icon. Clicking on the blue icon allows the employee to change the sub-activity that's being worked on. This pop-up appears pre-populated with the employee's username. The employee then has the opportunity to select the new sub-activity from the drop-down list, enter their unique password, and then click on the switch button to change activities. Here we can see that the employee has selected the new sub-activity for staging, entered their password, and once they click on the switch button, the following will appear. On this screen we see that Guy Wire's sub-activity has been changed from Make Ready to staging, and the time spent in Make Ready has been recorded. The start time for staging also recorded. Clicking on the time clock allows the employee to log out of the sub-activity and the activity as well, recording the time for both. This is the pop-up that will appear once the time clock button has been pressed. The username is auto-filled with the employee's name. The employee then can enter their password, put a check mark in front of complete activity, select a location to which to move the job, and I should point out here that this will clock the employee out of all activity as well as sub-activities. Then click on Checkout. At the end of the shift, the employee will click on the Punch-Out button, which will close out all timekeeping on activities as well as clock them out for the end of the shift. This pop-up appears auto-filled with the employee name. The employee then enters the unique password, and once they click on Checkout, all timekeeping for sub-activities, activities, as well as the shift will be ended and recorded. And here we see Guy's record logged out of all activities as well as for the shift. For more information about Franklin Anywhere, please call our toll-free number, area code 800-346-7363.